Hello friends, I am Siddharth Singh. Welcome to my channel. Today in this video I am talking about ransomware, one of the cyber crime. As we all know, today in this world, in every second, the technology is growing and new innovations are emerging. In spite of this growth, the misuses of the internet is also growing. That means the world of internet is not safe today. Why? Because the negative side of the internet is also growing. Before we know what ransomware is, let us look at what cybercrime is. In general, cybercrime may be defined as any unlawful act where computers or communication devices or communication network is used to commit or facilitate the commission of crime. Meaning of cybercrime. Cybercrime or computer-oriented crime is a crime that involves a computer and a network. The computer may have been used in the commission of a crime, or it may be the target. Cybercrime may threaten a person or a nation's security and financial health. So when we talk about cybercrime, cyber warfare can be also included. So let us see what cyber warfare is. Cyber warfare. Cyber crimes crossing international borders and involving the actions of at least one nation state is sometimes referred to as cyber warfare. Internationally, both governmental and non-state actors engage in cyber crimes, including espionage, financial theft, and other cross-border crimes. Now let us move on to the main topic, that is ransomware. So, ransomware is a type of computer malware. Malware means a malicious software that encrypts the files, storage media on communication devices like desktops, laptops, mobile phones, etc., holding data or information as a hostage. The victim is asked to pay the demanded ransom. Ransom means payment to get his device decrypted. Or ransom malware or ransomware is a form of malware that halts the users from accessing their system or personal files and demands ransom payment in order to regain access to their system. The earliest form of ransomware were developed in the late 1980s. The payment was to be sent via snail mail. Today, ransomware authors order that payment be sent via cryptocurrency or credit card. So, let us move to the types of ransomware. First one, scareware. It includes rogue security software and tech support scams. You might receive a pop-up message claiming that malware was discovered and the only way to get rid of it is to pay up. If you do nothing, you will likely continue to be bombarded with pop-ups, but your files are essentially safe. Second one, screen lockers. Screen locker ransomware is a form of malware that restricts login or file access while demanding payment to lift the restriction. It is typically deployed at the operating system level, meaning you won't be able to use an infected computer or device. Third one is that encrypting ransomware. These are the cyber criminals who snatch up your files and encrypt them, demanding payment in order to decrypt and redeliver. The reason why this type of ransomware is so dangerous is because once cyber criminals get a hold of your files, no security software or system restore can return them to you. Unless you pay the ransom, for the most part they were gone. And even if you do pay up, there is no guarantee the cyber criminals will give you those files back. The problem of ransomware entered India several months back, and if reports are to be believed, India is already the 5th most attacked country in the world and the 3rd most attacked in Asia. Ransomware attacks are high in India, and it is one of the top 5 countries that has most infections, says Vitaly Kamlek, head of APA Global Research and Analysis Team, Kaspersky Lab. FireEye, another US-based security firm, observed that ransomware detections in India rocketed by factor of 292 in February 2016 over November 2015. Most of the ransomware attacks in India are crypto ransomware. This is an attack where all the data of connected devices are encrypted so that the user can't use them until they pay up money as directed by the cyber attackers. State-wise, Karnataka tops the list of ransomware infections, and the other percentages are as follows. Microsoft recently published a data mentioning how many machines were affected by ransomware attacks across the world. It was found that United States was on the top of ransomware attacks, followed by Italy and Canada. In this list, India stood at number 16. The internet population in India as of June 2016 end is around 462 million people. With such a large user base that does not even take online privacy, let alone ransomware seriously. It is all gold for the cyber criminal. Now let us see top 6 ransomware attacks in India. According to the Cyber Security Survey report, 67 of Indian enterprises have been hit by ransomware in 2018. What's more worrisome is that India is among the highest ransomware infected countries in the world. Here is a list of the latest ransomware attacks in India that happened in years. First, Telangana and AP power utilities hacked. A malicious software attacked the power utility system of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh last year, that means in 2019 May, where all the servers went down until the glitch was rectified. Since the computer system of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh power utilities were interlinked, the virus attack quickly spread, taking down all the systems. Second, UHBVN ransomware attack. Uttar Haryana Bijli Vitran Nigam was hit by a ransomware attack where the hackers gained access to the computer system of the power company and stole the billing data of customers. The attackers demanded Rs 1 crore or $10 million in return for giving back the data. Third one, WannaCry. India was the third worst hit nation by WannaCry ransomware, affecting more than 2 lakh computer systems. During the first wave of attack, this ransomware attack had hit banks in India, including few enterprises in Tamil Nadu and Gujarat. The ransomware majorly affected US healthcare system and well-known French car manufacturing firm. In Kerala, computers in 2 Panchayat offices in Wayanad and Pathanamthitta district 2 were disabled in this cyber attack. 4 computers at Thariyathodu Panchayat in Wayanad and 2 computers at Aruvappalam Panchayat in Pathanamthitta district were hit, but no major damage was caused. Fourth, Mirai botnet malware attack. The botnet malware took over the internet, targeting home routers and IoT devices. This malware affected 2.5 million IoT devices, including a large number of computer systems in India. This self-propagating malware was capable of using exploitable and patched vulnerabilities to access networks and systems. Fifth one, Petya. India was one of the top 10 countries to be hit by Petya ransomware. This ransomware attack halted work at one of the terminals of India's largest seaport, causing computer lockdown and serious consequences for the country's export. Sixth one, BSNL malware attack. The state-owned telecom operator BSNL was hit by a major malware attack, impacting nearly 2,000 broadband modems. 60,000 modems became dysfunctional after the malware attack hit the telecom circuit. How does ransomware infect a computer? Ransomware is often spread through phishing emails that contain malicious attachments or through drive-by downloading. Drive-by downloading occurs when a user unknowingly visits an infected website and then malware is downloaded and installed without the user's knowledge. Ransomware attack punishment under the IT Act. The present Act is also punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years with fine under Section 66A of IT Act through 2008 amendment, which state that any person who sends by means of a computer resource or a communication device any information which he knows to be false but for the purpose of causing annoyance, inconvenience, danger, obstruction, insult, injury, criminal intimidation, enmity, hatred or ill will persistently by making use of such computer resources or a communication device. Any electronic mail or electronic mail message for the purpose of causing annoyance or inconvenience or to deceive or to mislead the addressee or recipient about the origin of such messages shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years and with a fine. So next, moving to the ransomware attacks that have affected most of the countries in the world history. we learned a lot about ransomware now. Yes, we can conclude that ransomware is not a small thing. However, it is necessary to prevent ransomware. So let us see how to avoid or how to prevent ransomware. Ransomware is particularly insidious. Although ransomware often travels through email, it has also been known to take advantage of backdoors or vulnerabilities. Here are some ways you can avoid falling victim and be locked out your own data. First one, backup your systems locally and in the cloud. The first step to take is to always backup your system locally and offsite. This is essential. First, it will keep your information backed up in a safe area that hackers can't easily access. Secondly, it will make it easier for you to wipe your old system and repair with backup files in case of an attack. Failure to backup your system can cause irreparable damage. Second, early threat detection systems. You can install ransomware protection software that will help to identify potential attacks. Yearly unified threat management programs can find intrusions as they happen and prevent them. These programs often offer gateway antivirus software as well. Use a traditional firewall that will block unauthorized access to your computer or network. Couple this with a program that filters web content specially focused on sites that may introduce malware. Also use email security best practices and spam filtering to keep unwanted attachments from showing up in your email inbox. Make sure to download and install any software updates or patches for a system you use. These updates improve how well your computers work, and they also repair vulnerable spots in security. This can help you keep out attackers who might want to exploit software vulnerabilities. Third one, install anti-malware or ransomware software. Don't assume you have the latest antivirus to protect against ransomware. Your security software should consist of antivirus, anti-malware, and anti-ransomware protection. It is also crucial to regularly update your virus definitions. Fourth one, run frequent scheduled security scans. All the security software on your system does not good if you are running scans on your computers and mobile devices regularly. These scans are your second layer of defense in the security software. They detect threats that your real-time checkers may not be able to find. Fifth one, enforce strong password security. Utilize a password management strategy that incorporates an enterprise password manager and best practices of password security. According to background check surveys, Instant Checkmate, 3 out of 4 people use the same password for multiple sites. Most staggering is that 1/3 use a significantly weak password like ABC1234 or 123456. Use multiple strong passwords, especially for sensitive information. Sixth one, think before clicking. If you receive an email with the attachments .exe, .vbs or .scr, even from a trusted source, don't open it. These are executable files that are most likely not from the source you think it's from. Chances are the executables are ransomware or a virus. Seventh one, block unknown email addresses and attachments on your mail server. Start filtering out and rejecting incoming mails with executable attachments. Also, set up your mail server to reject addresses of non-spammers and malware. ICANN has listings of free or low-cost services which can help you do that. If you don't have a mail server in-house, be sure that your security services can at least filter incoming mail. 8.1. Add virus control at the email server level. Most attacks start with a suspicious email that a victim is fooled into opening. After opening it or clicking on a link, the virus is unleashed and can do its dirty work. Installing antivirus and malware software on your email server can act as a safeguard. 9th, block vulnerable plugins. There are many types of web plugins that hackers use to infect your computers. Two of the most common are Java and Flash. These programs are standard on a lot of sites and may be easy to attack. As a result, it is important to update them regularly to ensure they don't get infected by viruses. You may even want to go the extra step of completely blocking these programs. 10th one and last one, limit internet connectivity. If you have genuinely critical data, your next step may be keeping your network private and away from the internet entirely. After all, you don't bring anything into your network. Your computers are unlikely to have ransomware downloaded to them. This may be impractical, seeing that many companies rely on the internet and email to do their business. But keeping internet access away from critical servers may be a way to combat ransomware and viruses. Thank you friends. Hope you guys enjoyed my video.